Here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Everyone, welcome to episode 197 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
What's up, what?
You know my guy on the other end.
And that fool Blazer, Ramon.
Man, who's not here is... Hey, but you know who we are.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
I'm hitting all kinds of
Drop that
buttons,
intro
bro.
again. They already know
What?
who we be.
You already know who we be. Yeah, I'm over here slurring my words. I'm not used to this, like being refreshed.
Yeah.
And
Same.
somewhat clear-minded while we record because we're recording at a somewhat decent time. A lot earlier for Dave, so he's probably still half asleep, which is cool.
Nah. I already got up. I worked out, showered, drinking some cold brew. We good.
Yeah, same, bro. Got me some cold brew. I needed that shit. Gotta wake up.
Ooh, yeah. Got the Starbies. You went to Starbs?
Yeah, man, the pot. I'm never really here much. When I do, I'm like coming in and out. I'm not trying to drink coffee late at night. So I used to, and then I'd go home and I'm like wired, and it counteracts the beers, and I'm just I'm sleepy as hell. and then I can't go to sleep because the caffeine's still running through me. Yep. So I went to look at the pot, and I was gonna boil. I have one of those the electric kettles and whatnot, and I must have left some water in there. I went to boil the pot. There was something floating in there. I'm like, nah, that needs a thorough cleaning.
Just head out to Starbucks real quick. Drop $10.
Let me just go do that right quick. So here we are. Yeah, I couldn't do that shit. Shit was so fucking gross. Yeah, bro, you are out in Cali. What's the weather like over there?
Currently it's about 55, partly cloudy.
That's nice.
It's hoodie weather.
It's freezing, bro.
Is it like
I
snowy
still
there?
wear a hoodie everywhere that I fucking go, but it was this morning when I got up and I got out, it was 10 degrees.
Damn.
I think maybe a little lower.
Jesus.
I know.
I can't even
It was
honestly
bad.
remember what that feels like. It's been almost a year. It'll be a year February 1st that I've been here. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember what that kind of cold is like. I've been so spoiled by this weather. If it drops below 60, I'm like, oh dear. Yeah. I need layers. I'm so cold. Fuck.
You know what I appreciate about you being out there in Cali, and what I've yet to see you do, and when you do it, because it's inevitable, it seems.
Yeah.
When you do it, you will lose just a little bit of respect from me.
What's that?
I'm giving you the heads up right now. Everybody that fucking moves from Rochester or from New York, and they no longer have to deal with the winter, they do that same stupid ass post where it's just like, sorry to everyone at home. It's beautiful over here,
Nah.
What's the stupid ass shit that they be saying? Like, I feel for you, my friends and family back in New York, and then they'll show like their fucking weather and shit.
Nah,
like,
I wouldn't. That just seems mean. There's no need to do that. But like I know what that's like to be there. So I would be livid if I saw something like that, and I'm like brushing my window off, scraping that shit in the morning. That's what I miss the least, having to scrape the ice off your fucking windows.
Yeah, just did that.
It's like you're always the fucking cold. It's always just shivering. Like I remember getting in the car and I would just shake for like 2 miles.
Yeah,
the heat was banging and I was good to go. Fuck, dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, weather's chill, man. It doesn't get too crazy. Really, if it freezes, like if it gets down to freezing overnight, that's super rare.
Yeah, no, I could deal with that. I still rock. Even today, I didn't even bring a jacket with me, like a coat. I'm just hoodied out.
That's crazy, son. You need a coat.
That's what I be
10
doing,
degrees,
bro.
dog.
I know. This morning I didn't. That's my shit too. Is I don't even bother looking at like what the actual numbers are. I just get up and I go, and I know it's cold out. Like all I was really looking for, because yesterday there was like we had like weather advisory for, we had whiteout weather, high winds, snowing, literally couldn't see 10 feet in front of me or whatever. So I was looking for that, and even then I was shoveling with a hoodie on like a dumbass. That's what I do.
Oof, shoveling. My
Yeah,
lord.
I know. And then, so today I'm just like, oh, cool. Like snow stop. It's not really snowing. I go out, same shit, throw my hoodie on, head out. And I'm like, oh, it's really cold today. Like, fuck. But I just still keep going. And then it wasn't until I got to where I needed to go where I actually looked. And I was like, oh, fuck. It's like below 10 degrees. I should have threw on like an extra layer. Like one extra layer. Like I'm good. I'm good because I'm getting from point A to point B, but God forbid, like my car breaks down or some shit.
You get stuck in a squall.
Yeah.
Find your ass just
I'm
gripping the
dead.
steering wheel, son. Just like dunzo. You need to keep something in the whip, some blankets, something. That's dangerous as a bitch.
I know, son. I tend to live in the moment, and in that moment, I will be completely fucked.
They say when you get hypothermia, like you start to feel warm.
Mm-hmm.
And like you start taking your layers off because you think that you're hot. So a lot of times people that die of hypothermia, like outside, they'll find them naked and they'll think it was like some sort of sexual assault because like there's no clothes on them or anything.
Yeah.
But really they just were bugging, taking their shit off, trying to cool down, and then dunzo.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, that's scary as a bitch.
Yeah, I don't want to.
So hot right now. Fuck.
All right, let's get into some good shit.
Word.
Damn. All right, let's do it.
Ooh, all right, let's lighten things up a little bit. No more hypothermia. Locke, just bring a jacket with you, dog. That's all I'm saying. That was the moral of that story.
That's it. Yep.
All right. Would you rather, real quick, would you rather have to use one of those toddler potties for 3 months or eat straight vegan for 6 months? And like the toddler pot, like little tiny ones with like the pot in them where you like got to empty them out and shit because like they're just for for little kids. So any pisses or shits, dude, like you're using that little thing and you got to clean it and empty it, and I feel like that could get wild.
I mean, it's not that bad.
It's not great either.
It's not great. I think I'd rather do that than fucking eat vegan.
You wouldn't want to eat vegan and
I wouldn't want to eat vegan, no. I'd rather shit in a bucket, which is essentially the same thing. Right? It's just shaped. It's shaped like a fucking toilet, like a mini toilet bowl.
For sure.
I think the biggest struggle I would have with that is getting my big ass like positioned correctly onto this. But I'm sure that's the struggle the first day, first couple of days, and then
no bidet in there either, son.
Nah, no
so
bidet.
You're gonna be foregoing that luxury for a little bit. You can't eat some vegan cheese, some vegan bacon.
With if I were to go vegan for a little while, it would be tough. I don't know. It's not that the meals would be terrible. I'm sure that there are some good vegan meals out, you know what I mean? And I would look for them. I'm not looking forward to them, but I would look for them. I'd probably just stick to pasta. And that shit has eggs. See, look at that.
Yeah, no, like, you're going to be eating vegan pasta, dog. Whatever
vegan
the fuck that is. You'll be taking big vegan shits on a nice normal toilet, though. Wouldn't that be cool?
I'd probably lose some weight because I'm just not eating a majority of the shit.
I thought you would go just for that. I thought that would be like the upside. You're like, I get a regular toilet and I eat healthy and clean for 6 months.
You're probably right. I probably would go that route. It would just be rough, like, to find out. Are the meals just prepared for you already, or you just have to?
Sure. No, let's say they're prepared. They're prepped. You don't have to start cooking vegan or anything. You just got to eat that bullshit.
Yeah, fuck it. I'd do it.
Oh, so
it's temporary. It's for a month. You got to show some restraint, right?
It's 6 months.
Oh, 6 months. 6 months vegan, 1 month
3 months.
toilet.
3 months.
3 months.
3 months.
6 months.
Toddler potty. Yeah.
I'd probably do. Yeah, it can't be all bad. We'll see.
Yeah.
Right. I'm also thinking like of the cleanup process, because you know how randomly you may have a very necessary
a
toilet situation.
Yeah. Very necessary toilet situation. Absolutely. I wish Johnny were here to contribute to the necessary toilet situation.
Yeah. Where it's gonna be impossible to keep that shit clean. Also, what are you doing in like a work setting?
You got to bring it with you.
With
you
you
got to bring it with you. Yeah. You have to like put it in a stall.
Yeah. Right.
So like everyone would see you though, because it's so low, dude. It's not under the.
You got to rinse it out. Imagine somebody does walk in, right, and they just look on over, like under. You know how you can see people's feet, and you're damn near at a
squatting, dog.
You can just see. You can see how weird that shit. Just what the fuck is this person doing?
My God. I was gonna pick that until we talked about that, dude. That fucked me. It's just everyone seeing you. Although luckily I feel like at my job, like the bathrooms, like you close the door and it's just like floor to ceiling, like it's just walls around you. So there wouldn't be anyone seeing me. But I'd still have to be. I'd be carrying that bitch around. They'd be like, "Yo, you see that dude just carrying that fucking toddler potty around with him?
Sure.
What the fuck's his deal? What's his deal? Why does he have that?"
Yeah, I know someone that whenever they go to the bathroom, they're going to the bathroom because they have to use wet wipes, so they'll put it in their back pocket and just slip it in, and so the wet wipes are sticking out just just enough to where oh yeah, he's about to go take a shit.
He got some business to take care of. Is that somebody you work with?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So every time he walks away, if he comes back and he just takes that out of his pocket, places it on his desk, it's like, oh, yep.
But you have a good shit, bro.
Word. I be wanting to know too, like if I walk into the bathroom and I notice the shoes that it is somebody that I'm cool with, is like, is it appropriate to joke right now?
I don't think so.
It never is.
It never is,
in my opinion. So I haven't done it yet, but
unless
every now and
Danny.
then I'll be thinking,
if it's Danny, you could do it. Like if it's literally your brother, you could fuck with your brother while he's shitting. That's cool. But anybody else is off limits.
Yeah. It's like, do I know you? Do I know you enough to where you would appreciate this joke
Danny,
I'm about to throw?
You could just grab his foot and start shaking it. Scare the shit out of him.
Nah, I would never. I would never do some shit like that, because that shit would be wild if that shit fucking happened, bro. And you're risking, bodily harm to yourself. Get some piss on you, something.
Did you ever do the earthquake test to your boys when they were pissing in the urinal? You just grab their shoulders and you just start shaking them while they're pissing in the urinal.
Wait, what? First of all, okay, I was at a urinal, you said.
Yeah,
okay.
No, at a urinal.
Like,
You don't just go into a stall and start shaking somebody. That's assault, brother.
Oh, but it's not assault while they're at the urinal.
Nah, that's public domain. When you're standing at the urinal, anybody can stand there.
Oh man, I should try that at work.
Earthquake test.
Yeah,
just
random
people
too.
Yep. Anybody. You go into the women's room and just start shaking them too in there. You have a grand old time, dog.
Oh man. Oh, that's terrible. I've never heard of this. You've actually done this to people?
100%. I've done it to people. I've had it done to me. It was like middle school though. I wasn't like high school or like at work or anything. Really, like it was just when we were really, really young. Earthquake test, and we were in New York, so there was no need for an earthquake test. We didn't get earthquakes out there.
Let me tell you, my son is in for a treat.
Oh, you're gonna earthquake test his ass? Oh, get him! That's gonna be your bathroom. Maybe wait till you're like in public somewhere. Just shake his little ass while he's pissing. Let him know how the real world works.
It's hilarious too, because he doesn't He's getting it now, but at one point he was using urinals and dropping trowel like all the way to the ankles. So he just had his bare ass out to the world while he got a urinal on it.
Just gotta smack it one time in public.
I kept telling her, I was like, yo, bro, everyone is looking at your ass cheeks right now if they just walk in, man. You gotta, that's the dad moments. Like, you just gotta bring it down just a little bit in the front. Enough.
You can't just go staring at a kid's ass cheeks in the bathroom.
No, you just can't drop complete trowel, have
That's
them
fair.
all the way down
That's
to your
fair.
fucking ankles with your ass out while you're at the urinal, bro. Like,
No.
it's not.
Don't even
not
do that
ideal.
at home. Don't even do that shit at home. There's no need.
Practice out. Practice while you're at home, okay, for these real life situations here.
It's unnecessary.
Yeah, so I'd go with the vegan. Let's just be vegan for 6 months, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
You might actually like some shit.
I'll find something. I mean, I'll not eat a lot of shit, or I'll at least try some shit. But yeah, I can't carry that little potty around with me everywhere.
Actually, like my mom will make me some, like, with Puerto Ricans, we eat rice and beans all the time. She just won't be able to throw any meat in there or nothing, but
yeah, still make it good without the meat, I'm sure.
Word. All right, what's the next question?
All right. So we heard recently that they were going to do a Star Wars What If series on Disney Plus. And it got me thinking, is there any other property or series or anything like that you think you would fuck with a What If they wanted to drop a series, even if it was like, animated? And it's obviously, it doesn't have to be something that is animated, but anything that comes to mind that you'd be like, damn, that'd be kind of tight.
Yeah, I mean, the obvious one, it would be like a DC What If.
Get people caring about some DC. That might give them a little cred, actually, if they rolled out something dope like that.
There's because that could get real interesting. We could probably see something like the original Flashpoint esque story, changed up a bit, not surrounding Barry Gordon, the Flash, or anything like that. We could just see like mix-ups and mash-ups like that. So DC is the obvious choice. But outside of that, I would like to see just, I think, like movie mashup type what ifs,
Okay. Like where they like take a movie that we're familiar with and then just kind of like put a what if twist on it and it goes in a different way.
Yeah, with a different character from maybe you could do like the Tarantino verse or something. And,
that was actually mine. That was my the Tarantino verse was going to be my answer. Like I was thinking, what if Fabian, did get Butch's watch and he didn't have to go, and that didn't set off that chain of events, or, the Jew hunter doesn't find the, Shoshana and her family under the floorboards at the beginning of Inglourious Basterds. It sets off a whole new sort of chain. I thought that would be tight.
Word. That would be tight. Some mobster movies switching shit around, like Goodfellas or something that went completely different.
Yeah. Godfather verse. What if
Godfather? Yeah.
Sonny doesn't get shot.
Right, Soprano verse, like
Ooh.
those. Yeah, where certain little key things didn't happen. And
I'd want these to be animated, all of them.
Yeah,
I don't know why,
yeah.
but I feel like it'd be
tight.
dope. That same style.
Bring all the people back. It'd be nice to revisit, because there's a ton of movies and shows that we love that we wish it would have gone a different way, or what if this event didn't happen? Like, how would things progress? Like, as you guys know, I'm watching Sopranos. I'm in the middle of season 6 right now, the final season, like dead center. And, so it's like, what if Adriana, left, what's his name? Like, what would her life be like?
Ooh, a whole episode about what she did after leaving Christopher.
Yeah. after, you know, leaving Krista for a long time. Like, how does he end up, you know, because she was the source of a lot of his, you know, correcting a lot of his shit, you know, giving him,
trying to keep him in line.
Right. Trying to keep him in line. You know, would he have been more strung out? Would he have been less strung out if he was, you know what I mean? Like, what would their lives would have been like if she left that toxic situation long before and didn't end up getting clapped? You know, like things like that would be dope.
Yeah. Things I still think about to this day. Like, if they made a what if about that shit, damn.
Yeah.
I'd be there for it.
Yeah. Sad to think that they just said, yeah, like Soprano versus, or the Sopranos, like all the stories have been told. There's no more. They're not doing anything else.
Did you see what they were doing on TikTok? What HBO was doing with for the 25th anniversary of The Sopranos?
No,
they were
what are they
taking
doing?
each episode and like condensing it into a TikTok.
Yeah, nah.
People were super heated. I saw just like random people on Twitter. It doesn't necessarily mean that's how everyone felt, but there was a lot of hate for like, why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah, why the fuck would you do that? I mean, it's not a bad idea for us who enjoy, you know, I've been watching the whole thing. For us that enjoy it, we would hate that. It's the Cliff Notes, right? TikTok
Right, yeah.
at most is 3 minutes. It's like condensing an episode to 3 minutes, right? And for those, it may be introducing it to a whole new audience.
Maybe
so
they'll
I can
go watch.
Yeah, maybe they'll go watch. It's like,
If it's
why
not
did that
all
happen?
spoiled.
Why did that happen? And then they'll go watch full episodes, and you know, I mean, unless they're watching literally every fucking episode, you know, everything that they drop back to back
Right.
to back for 6 seasons of The Sopranos.
It'll only take an hour. You just watch the whole shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt me. You know, I'm not following them anyway, so it is what it is.
Right.
But I'm assuming that's exactly their thought. But to do every single fucking episode, yeah, that's wild.
That's why I was hoping you would. I was like, man, I hope that doesn't show up and walk shit. He just like watches it by accident or something. I feel like he would know what's up.
Oh,
And be like,
nah.
Fuck all this.
Nah, and they would start from the first episode. It'll be a while before they get to season 6 and fuck some shit up for me.
Right? Yeah, you're far enough.
I'd be tight about that. But
all right. Last one is it's a pick one. You got a bunch of choices here. You have dinner with Jay-Z, a blunt with Snoop, party with Drake, studio time with Kanye, or a drink with Ice Spice.
I'd party with Drake.
Party with Drake. Okay.
Yeah. And it's not necessarily the fact that they're like doing these things would be dope with all of them, right?
For sure.
Especially that drink with Ice Spice. But
You're
honestly,
lucky.
you're just, you honestly, if you're going to have a drink with Ice Spice, you're just hoping that you're going to get lucky and there's
And smash.
So, you got to be a real smooth fucking talker for that to happen. Let's keep it real.
You never know. How many that's going to give you your in? That's probably going to be your only in with Ice Spice ever.
Dinner with Jay-Z. He's not going to tell you anything unless like you're in his
inner circle. It'd be a very like formal
No,
dinner.
I mean not even in his inner circle, but the gems he's gonna give you, right? You got to have some sort of base, I would imagine.
Right. You got to
Like
already be rich to get those tips.
Yeah, you got to
use them.
You got to be in a good spot to where you can put like these tips that he may have into effect like right away. You know, where it's like.
But even like financial tips aside, wouldn't it be cool to just have dinner with him, talk about, just rap and his shit and Beyonce, ask him about Beyonce, be like, what's she
But that's
like?
my point is like, we're just going to have dinner. It'll be like whatever. It could have good conversation. Cool. A blunt with Snoop Dogg, same thing. It's all three of them are the same. But if I'm going to be chilling, I'd rather be partying with them, like have the time of my life while talking shit, while, and
riding
we're
in
just
dope
partying.
cars. Yep.
Yeah, riding and have the whole experience for
Yeah, you feel like the
that.
party with Drake is more encompassing of a time than these very singular events.
Right.
Okay.
Like a dinner could last, anywhere between an hour and a half. And then he's just trying to get the fuck out of there.
Right.
Now we
It's like, all right,
partying,
he's
son.
got
We
shit to
drinking,
do.
we chilling. Doing,
Feeling it.
let's go here, jump on a plane, let's go out, whatever. Who knows? Who knows what the fuck that would be like? And
Word.
I'd be down.
Could end up on Epstein Island for all we know.
That would be fucked. I would have no idea. He'd just be like, yo, we about to go over here. And I'll just be like, that's what we doing.
That's what we
And
doing.
then that's it. Yeah. And then I end up like, yo, there's a lot of fucked up shit happening right now. What time we out?
What time we out?
What time we outta here?
I got work at
I'm not feeling what's going on right now, son.
Fuck all that. Fuck all that.
fuck
I'm puffing with Snoop. You already know.
Figured that, yeah.
I
don't smoke,
can't
so
pass
it's like,
that up. So you'd get two blaze. Wouldn't be able to chill for much. You'd be sleepy and shit. Like, I don't know. He just fell
I'd
asleep.
be mad sleepy. Just chilling, watching movies.
That's what's up. I think I play video games.
older,
We would just
too.
chill and smoke and play like some Madden or something. I feel like that'd be dope with the Snoop commentary.
And
Be a
that's
good
another
time.
thing. Yeah, I'm not a sports video game guy. I used to hate that shit when my boys would be like, yo, let's smoke, let's play some Madden, bro. And then it'd be like 5 hours of fucking Madden, bro. That shit would drive me insane.
All right, you could play Call of Duty with Snoop. Snoop fucks with that. You can play
I'd
COD.
be down for that. I'd be down for that.
That'd be tight.
Donald's gonna listen to this and be like, yo, I remember those days. Those were the shit.
He was a motherfucker playing Madden for 5 hours, probably. That's why.
Yeah, for sure. He was him. Quest would play. Everybody
believe
would be
it.
down. Well, Quest is just a video game watcher. He would watch everybody playing. So he's like, as long as I'm smoking, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's getting high as a bitch, just chiefing everyone's shit,
Yeah.
and they're playing games.
Shit is just boring as fuck to me. Just sit there and fucking watch people play football for hours on end.
That's what I'm about to do after we done podding. But it's gonna
Shit,
be
I already
real
know.
motherfuckers playing.
I already know.
Shit's wild in Buffalo. They
Yeah?
they had to move the game. It was supposed to be yesterday.
Mhm.
They moved it to today because there was like just blizzard ass conditions out there.
Yeah, it was. That's what I'm telling you. It was crazy. It was crazy yesterday.
No thanks.
Everything
Yeah,
was
no,
like
that's-
white out.
That was all three questions.
I saw a video. I don't think it was Buffalo. I think it was a different game. But they were saying, imagine paying $20 for a drink, and they were just showing.
The
beers,
exploded cans, bro. That was
Yeah,
in
the-
KC. That was at Kansas City.
cans and bottles, bro.
Yeah.
Just like exploded.
It was
Yeah.
like -7 with wind chill. It was like -22 or something ridiculous like that,
Fuck
dude.
all that. Why are you out there?
Love of the game.
The love of the game and negative degree fucking weather.
Yep.
Fuck
They're
that.
wild, bro. They're wild.
Nah,
I wouldn't
man.
fuck with that. That's too wild.
Nah. I don't give a fuck. Even if I did fucking love it that much.
Yeah, no, I
Nah,
love it
that's-
too, and
that's
I'm
way
still
too,
not
That's way too cold.
fucking with it.
Says the guy that comes out in a fucking hoodie. There, I'd be dead. Just be out there just in the hoodie.
There was a motherfucker with no shirt on.
Yeah,
Saw a
I saw
picture
that.
on
They
Twitter.
were like, he was like pushing the snow down the like little ramp and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, man, people are fucking stupid. Anyway, all right, that was it.
That was it.
All right, let's update people on the fantasy football. No, I'm just kidding.
Got nothing. Garbo.
We got nothing. Everybody lost.
Everybody lost. Y'all losers.
Let's see. I don't really have, again, man, fucking Quest and his news contributions. They're
Huge.
sorely
We
missed.
can't overlook it enough.
Nah, I wanted to show you this crazy ass situation. Apparently it happened like, I don't know, almost, let me see. How long ago did this shit happen? Anyway, I'll play the video for you. Mm-hmm. And I'll let it play out. This random dude is fucking explaining the story, but I had never seen, I'd never heard of this story. It happened in Chicago. And if you have, please just entertain me on this. Where the fuck did I put it? Here we go.
To those poor people on that Chicago tour boat 20 years ago. And like the first episode, this one also involves a bus, so I don't know what that says about me. Maybe I need to look into that. Content warning, you have been warned. Although I think this one isn't as bad as the first. You know what? I'll let you decide. On August 8th of 2004 at...
All right, now starting with this. Have you heard of this story?
Yeah, I know this story.
Oh man. All right, let's entertain this.
1 p.m., Chicago's Little Lady passenger boat, seen here, was getting ready to depart for a 1-hour architecture tour along the Chicago River. And around that same time, a tour bus booked for the Dave Matthews Band was making its way into the city of Chicago. At approximately 1:18 p.m., the bus reached the Kinsey Bridge, which goes across the Chicago River. And it was at this moment where the bus driver thought it would be a great time to empty the bus's blackwater tanks, which contained 800 pounds of human waste.
So why is that a good idea for this man to do that? Why? For those of you who are not familiar with this story, so he decides to empty out essentially the shit tanks.
The shit tanks.
Anyway,
Yep.
Yeah, the shit tanks. Anyway, let's continue this.
And for those of you who don't know, this is what the surface of the Kinsey Bridge looks like. It's a metal grate. Liquids can easily flow through it. And as the bus's tanks were being emptied, Chicago's Little Lady,
holes,
carrying 120 passengers, was making its way under, you guessed it, the Kinsey Bridge. Now, I can't show you the pictures of the boat on here. You can look that up on your own time.
Bro?
You know when you go through a car wash and there's that first initial layer of soap as you go through? Well, replace the soap with... This wasn't
shit.
Like, oh, some of it got on my shirt. No, this was a full coverage. The craziest part for me, though, is that the ship books it back to the dock, gets the passengers off, refunds their money, right? But then by 3 o'clock, the ship is cleaned and then sent back out on another tour an hour and a half later. There's no way that you got all of it. Long story short, the bus driver was caught. Shit. He denied it at first, but then they showed him the surveillance footage because, of course, there is. You decided to do this in the middle of a big city. But he did not go to jail. He got 150 hours of community service, 18 months of probation, and had to pay $10,000 to the Friends of Chicago River. The band also donated $50,000 to Friends of Chicago River. They also donated $50,000 to the Chicago Parks District, and they reached a $200,000 settlement with the state of Illinois. And on August 8th of 2023, a plaque was actually put up on the bridge to remember the event that happened 19 years ago.
The plaque is hilarious. Like, why would you add that?
Commemorate that.
To commemorate that. Hold on, bring it back. It says on the afternoon of August 6th, I think is that, or 8th, 2004, at this very location, the Dave Matthews Band tour emptied the septic tank on their Chicago River, I can't even read it. It's over the Chicago River, drenching passengers on a boat tour with 800 pounds of human poop. No one died that day, but many wish they had.
So they gave, the band donated money to like the city, and the dude had to pay restitution. Can't those people like sue? Shouldn't they have gotten any kind of restitution for getting poop water in their mouth, dude?
I'm sure there's probably more to that.
What's your first reaction when you're covered in that initial poop wave?
Anger. I didn't got to think about that too much, bro. I'd be ridiculously pissed. Let me see. That is Chicago. Let me see if people did get it, if people did sue.
I mean, something, dude. Somebody had
I'm
to get
sure.
like a staph infection. I mean, oh.
Yeah, no, that's it's fucking gross. Dave Matthews Band, what happened with them? Let me see.
They kept making shitty music to commemorate all the
fitting.
shit.
It is very fitting. Yeah, it'll take me too long to.
That's all right.
I'll
I'll look into it.
I just wanted to see if people were actually, like putting up laws. I would imagine so.
PTSD. I mean, just pain and suffering. I mean,
I would never. First of all, that would end my whole ferry ride situation. I am never doing that. Even if I did, I would go indoors anytime that we would go under a bridge or something,
Yeah.
Can you imagine the people that were like
Inside?
Yeah, and they didn't get covered with shit.
Oh my God. Helen, that looks terrible.
I wonder how fast that happened too.
I mean,
Because like if you wouldn't see it coming. Obviously, if you saw it coming, I mean, it's too late. Like the boat wouldn't have been able to do anything, even if it was just like happening just before you started crossing that bridge. But the moment that it just drops from the front to the back, like
you have less than a second, just coated.
Fucking gross. That's hilarious. I don't know how I'd never seen that.
Yeah.
Never even heard of it.
Oh, brutal.
I never want to hear the words shit covered again.
Yeah, it's pretty damn close.
Yeah. There was another fucked up situation. Let's see. This happened, Rochester, we constantly make it on the fucking news for things that are not so great. This time around, we made it. So imagine this situation, right? Imagine you are in a state of shock, right? You're having some sort of health issue that causes you to essentially panic, bro. So when you call an ambulance, they get to you. Your heart, you're having a hard time breathing. So you damn near like jump at them because it's you can't breathe, bro.
Yeah, you're scared.
You're scared, and I don't know why the fuck I did that. You're scared, so you kind of jump at them, and because of that, they refuse to help you. And they're saying this person jumped at me, blah blah blah. And from there, the cops come, and the cops just basically tell them, they're just complying with them, and that's that, right?
Yeah.
That would suck. But I have a video here of the body cam. Apparently, it was shared on a body cam. What exactly happened here? And I'm going to bypass the guy talking.
This is body cam footage from
Here, you've seen him.
Before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that dude
yeah.
always exposing mad people.
Yep.
So this is the body cam footage of what's going on.
Okay.
And he's got to go.
She says that the guy lunged at
They
her.
want you out.
I couldn't breathe.
They want you out, sir.
And he's explaining that he couldn't breathe. So that's what happened.
All right,
He
sir.
seems
Come on.
chill
No
now,
games.
like he can
Get up.
breathe at least, and they're still being mean.
Thank you. Sidewalk's right over there.
Yeah, he's being very compliant.
Yeah.
The police officer shows up, makes him, takes their side, obviously, makes him get out, and he's just sitting there, still obviously having some trouble.
Discomfort.
Yep. and he's just chilling off to the side while they're trying to figure this out. They're telling him he has to wait for another ambulance to come to help him because they refuse.
That's wild, dude.
And at that point, dude just collapses, right?
He collapsed on the sidewalk, and he laid there for more than 2 minutes before anyone even noticed. I'm going to play this next part. I'll go ahead and let you know. It is disturbing, so if you think it might bother you, go ahead and scroll on. But if you watch, pay real close attention to how the paramedics respond when they see what's going on.
Is that blood or is it? Okay.
So it takes 2 minutes before they even notice that this dude just collapsed. Nobody's even paying attention to him, right? And now they're like, oh my God.
They know they're probably in some shit. Hopefully.
And now they're trying to scramble and help him.
Seriously. That's good
now
because
the
it was
paramedics are
serious.
taking him seriously.
And 2 weeks later, he died.
Oh.
And while an autopsy is still pending, his family say he passed away from the very same medical emergency he was experiencing that prompted him to call for an ambulance in the first place.
So that's fucked, bro.
Yeah.
That's fucked. If I have a family member that is going through that, right? My grandfather, my father, where they call an ambulance, they do all the right things, but because they're, they believe that this person like jumped out at them, even though he had no weapons, he didn't attack anyone. He just scared them by the way that she jumped, which, by the way, for anyone who is not aware of that, when if your body knows that pretty much like you can't breathe, as you may know, you get into like a fight or flight kind of situation thing where it's just trying to survive. It lets you know like, hey, I'm dying.
Yeah. And
I need this attention quick. So when that happens, of course, you may lunge at somebody, trying to get the message out.
Involuntarily.
That, hey, involuntarily, exactly.
Yeah.
That you need help. And then you do that to an ambulance, and then they get on their high horse and call the police and say, nope, we refuse.
Who the fuck? Dude, that's I hope that family just fucking rakes them over the coals, dude. Like the ambulance or whoever they're trying to sue, the city, fucking state, anybody they can get money from.
I'm sure, and they better see that shit all the way fucking through, because that's a real fucking shitty situation, and like I try to put myself in the mindset of everyone involved, right? If someone lunges out at you, but this city, man, it's people. There's a bad stipulation about like the people like in the city area and everything like that, which I mean, I understand, right? Everyone has their bad areas and whatnot, but if you really take a look at the full situation, bias aside, if you can put your bias aside, you can make the right judgment call. And there are some people who are just so jaded with the experiences they have on a day-to-day basis and don't put the situations off, to the situation at hand.
Yeah.
It just ends up being a fucking job, man, and that's just should not be the fucking job for that person.
Usually paramedics and like first responders are usually pretty
they're
calm and understanding, and 'cause they see, drug addicts and they see a lot of panicked people. I don't know. That something just seemed off about that whole situation, and whoever those paramedics were, there was something else up there. That was just really odd. You don't see that too often. That lack of accountability or empathy even, dude. Like, it's just wild.
It's wild. It sucks that it just keeps happening here.
Yeah.
To the point where, and I'm not, I mean, it happens everywhere, right? But we are constantly making the fucking mainstream news for crazy, wild shit like that.
I see it.
Sucks.
Even over here, dude. I'm on the West Coast and I still see Rochester pop up.
Yeah.
Mama's
Kinda
like,
have to,
yep,
right?
I miss her.
Yeah. Oh, there was a death.
Makes me
I
miss home.
being there.
Terrible.
Oh man, it is
sad
terrible.
but true.
It is terrible. I'm sure some wild shit happens out there.
Oh yeah, no shit, dude. The news out here is fucking wild, bro. Shit can be scary out here, but then that's just in a different
That's
way.
everywhere.
Than,
That's everywhere, bro.
yeah.
I saw a not related, but I think I want to say it was West Coast. I mean, it had to be. I saw a news anchor or you know, the reporter out in the street.
Yeah.
And they were doing the weather and all that shit, and they were commenting on this area. And she goes, "Oh, there's a random dog there," and it walks past, right, and then it goes into the camera view, walks literally right by her and behind her, and the dog was a fucking mountain lion.
Oh shit!
And she did not realize that it was a fucking mountain lion. And the person, as soon as she like ended her thing, the weather girl was just like, the producers are kind of worried. They're saying that's not a dog. They don't think that that's a dog. And she's just like, yeah. And I'm like, yo,
yeah,
you are so lucky that mountain lion must have ate some shit before he saw you.
Mountain lions are big out here, Northern California, especially like where it's a little more mountainous and a little, you know, that their type of terrain. So you'll get a lot of those. Not necessarily where I'm at, but if you could venture out a little further, like outside of like San Jose and the city areas, they're definitely big. There's all kinds of like cameras they catch them on and shit, dude. So there's a bunch, and they'll pounce on you like when you're, you know, riding your bike or on a run or something. They like to chase their shit, so you'll see them come out of nowhere usually and just fucking tackle your ass.
Yeah, and that's why I mean, I've obviously never come across a fucking mountain lion, but I've heard the fucking stories of, that's exactly what you're doing. You're going for a walk, you're going for a run, and they're just behind you, bro. They're looking at you from a distance, and if that happens, you are fucked. You're being hunted right now. Yep.
They make scary ass noises too. If you ever just hear them like outside at night, I've heard them before. And
shit my fucking pants.
They
bro.
fucking. It's almost like a scream sometimes.
Oh man.
What are you looking up?
I want to try to find this this video.
Oh,
I think
the
I found
mountain
it.
lion. The reporter.
It's just a quick minute, but of course.
Oh, it's a little doggy.
No, I mean she's like, oh, it's just a dog, and let's see if I can get this. I'm trying to figure it out on this. Oh shit! I did something. Bear with me, guys.
This might get chopped or it might not. You never know.
No, probably not. I don't have much time to be editing all crazy. Johnny's not here to do any kind of editing.
People are waking up.
No, I don't hear any sound.
I heard it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
All right.
Any worse. As far as the damage goes this morning, what you're seeing is actually a dog coming into our live shot. I think it's a dog.
Look at that.
I think it's a dog. Nah, bro. That could fucking
anyway,
maul her.
That
Sort of creature below
Luckily,
me,
that motherfucker must
really
have
all
eaten
that's been affected is what's supposed
already,
to be
like
a road
prior
right
to this
below my
happen,
feet,
like,
and
you know,
it's
prior
just
to walking up on her,
basically covered in mud, but other
because
than
if it was
that,
hungry,
there's not much
it's not.
damage to report.
Why is she
There's
up in
nothing
my-
that you could do.
Out of Utah
Why is
County.
this lady up in my business?
There's nothing that you could do.
Mm-mm.
I'd be so shook.
It's like the weather dude when the bee went in his mouth and he just started swearing. You remember like the the fucking
motherfucker.
Yeah, dude.
God
That's
damn it.
that would have been me when I saw the motherfucking mountain lion, dog.
Oh man, motherfucker! God damn it!
God damn.
It went from proper to real quick.
Yeah.
That was bad. It's hilarious. I don't have. Let's see. We might as well get into. No, this ain't really Hollywood. So, all right. So Kevin Hart came out and said he'll never host the Oscars or Golden Globes.
Good.
I'd agree with that wholeheartedly, especially after this whole Joe Coy
right
situation.
Yeah.
Remember he was set to do I think it was the Oscars a while back.
Yeah, I thought so.
And then he fell into controversy, which caused for him to have to back out of that.
Yeah, he backed out. Yep.
Yeah, he backed out of that. But he pretty much the quote is that he said whatever little hope right now, whatever little hope you had, I want to destroy it right now. Those gigs aren't good gigs for comics. It's no shot to the Oscars, no shot to the Globes or anything else. They're just not comedy-friendly environments anymore. Those rooms are very cold. And I'd have to agree.
Hell yeah.
At
Although
one
Ricky
point,
Gervais can still pull it off.
Sure. It has to be a very specific comic.
Yeah,
it can't be
tough.
just anybody.
I say we go
It is
without a
tough one.
host. Just fucking have your presenters come out, do their shit, give the awards out, get it fucking over with. No controversy, no bullshit.
Isn't that what they did for during the COVID times?
Something like that, right? I thought I remembered something along those lines where there wasn't a host and they just did it, and I feel like it was boring, and that's okay. It went off without a hitch. I don't remember it being crazy, but I could be wrong. I don't know. All that time still blurs into.
Yeah, there's just no bullshit. I guess the worst part about it, I think, was it wasn't like a congregated group. It was like scattered everywhere, and they were trying to create like a bunch of digital effects to like fill in the time, and they had people performing, and it looked like they were on a roof, and like this one over here was performing in some other fucking area. And
weird.
They made
Weird
it, yeah,
times.
and it was kind of weird, but
hey,
it worked.
Better than just stupid bullshit, you know? No
I mean, I
controversy.
don't even. So let's talk about that, because I don't even know if we completely talked about that. But with his comments, with Joe Coy's comments and jokes, do you think that he deserved the backlash? I mean, I know I get it. Some don't find him. Some people were just saying that he just wasn't funny.
Yeah.
And some people are coming out saying that his jokes were misogynistic. Mainly because he made the joke about the fucking Barbie movie. But what the fuck does a Barbie movie joke sound like to you? Like, what would that be? Right? It's gonna be a misogynistic joke to really, that's going to be rooted in a fucking doll.
A movie full of misogynistic jokes or jokes about misogyny, like.
Right.
I don't know. I think it. I didn't like. I'll be honest. I didn't watch, so I really didn't feel the vibe of the jokes and whether they were hitting. I just after the fact, I read about a lot of them and saw a couple clips here and there. Obviously, I think the guy was doing a job. I mean, he probably didn't even write most of that himself. Like he's just going out there. He's got to do his thing. Like, and that's what they do. Like, what do you expect? I think obviously we know people are so touchy. I don't think he deserved the backlash, but I mean, if I were a comic, dude, I would want no part of any of that, dude. Even if I was just trying to make a name or something.
He said that he had gotten the job like 2 weeks prior because someone else backed out.
Yeah.
So he just did what he could to try to, get in there.
That's what it felt like.
And he says, there's the jokes were written by writers. Like it wasn't his jokes. Even the director came out and said that his joke was not wrong. I'm trying to find
Greta Gerwig. I remember that quote. I read that. She
was saying that it's not wrong, and I guess when I looked it up, here, let me see. I'm trying to get the actual quote. Says Barbie's. Just because he came out and said that Barbie is about a plastic doll with big boobies, and then he said that the the turning point of the movie, and I'm just misquoting now. Turning point of the movie is when, you know, when her boobs sagged, the cellulite came out and, you know, pointed at all of these things that people find to be, you know, imperfect. And then he said something about Margot Robbie, like, see, this is method acting. So, you know, he made that joke and people are finding it misogynistic and blah, blah, blah. It's just like, come on, man.
Relax.
Like you said, that point can be made for the Barbie movie as well, just
sure.
in the opposite way, right?
Yeah.
What is it? What's it called when the jokes are at at a man's expense? Because like misogynistic are when when they're at a woman's expense, right?
I don't know actually. I think it is, yeah, because they always talk about misogyny.
Misogyny is like when it's at a woman's expense. So you're making her the joke. But
what's the opposite of that?
What's the opposite of that?
I don't know. We'd have to look up antonyms. I don't have a thesaurus on me. It's too much thinking. Remember, it's early over here, dog.
It is. I'm just saying.
Fucking SAT questions and shit up in this bitch.
Whatever that was, I think that's what Barbie movie was,
which I really enjoyed.
I didn't. I enjoyed it too. I enjoyed it too, but there were many people that were fucking crying about how it was attacking. It was man bashing. Yeah, it was man bashing and
bashing.
Whatever it is, what it is. But we could take a joke. I think that's the real thing there.
Yeah. Yep.
We could take a joke. Even though I didn't cry at the movie like Johnny, every time America
Ferrera, that spiel she gave really hit home for Johnny.
Really,
I love
really
that.
hits him. Yep, hits him in his
emotional dad these days.
Yeah, it's what us Hispanics call in his man toto. That's where it hit him, right in his man toto.
He'll agree with that.
Of course he would not. Oh man, he definitely owns one. That's what the man bun is about, and the long hair. Sorry, Dave.
Hey.
Let's see.
What is it in Italian?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'll get back to you.
You're the Italian here. Oh man. All we would do is give it an Italian accent. It's the manotto.
You put your hand like this when you say it.
All right, let's get into some, what'd you say?
Right in the brajol.
Right in the brajol. All right, in getting into some Hollywood shit. Looks like Daredevil, they finally came out and stated that Deborah Ann Woll and Eldon Henson are going to be coming back. For those of you who are not familiar, they are the actors who play Foggy and what was her name?
Oh, fuck. What was her name?
I guess I just don't remember the women in this.
That's so bad. That's so bad.
Why? Oh, I clicked the fucking the link that I have here and it says nothing about it. Karen. There we go. Why did this do that?
Foggy.
This is so fucking stupid. The link that I have for this says nothing about it. Oh, because they want you to upgrade and sign in. Fucking hate those fucking links.
Fuck all of that. Yo, so if they made the Netflix Daredevil all canon, does that mean like that Elektra and that fucking Bullseye are also? I mean, it has to mean they're also canon in the MCU.
Yeah. So again, because I don't think we touched on it. Marvel recently came out and said that the Netflix shows are canon. They're now canon, whereas back when they had stated that it was not canon, that those stories, oh shit, I'm about to drop my mic. Those stories are not, going to continue with the MCU, and the new Daredevil would be a soft reboot, not a season 4,
Yep.
because they're not moving forward with that story arc anymore, right? which everyone has kind of accepted. People didn't want that to happen because there were some actors that they really adored. So they've recently come out, and this is after they came out and said they prompted for the reshooting of DareDevil and they fired everybody, the director, they fired the writers. They just started from scratch again because they had written a bunch of scripts, and it was taking DareDevil in a way that nobody liked, right? It was straying too far away from the content that people are asking for, which is the Netflix series, right?
Yeah.
But they're bringing Charlie Cox back. It would have just caused all confusion.
Yep.
So with all of that being said, now we're getting word that, Foggy and Deborah are coming back. And it's the same actors that played them in the Netflix, and this is now being stated after the fact that all of this is canon. There are a couple of things a couple of questions that this raises, because Mahershala Ali was the bad guy in Luke Cage, right, and in the Defenders.
Yeah.
So with that, now he's cast as Blade. So that causes some issues. Now, the only way that I think that this would not cause issues is that even though it's canon, those shows will remain shows and the movies will remain movies. They may interject, but there's never going to be a situation where
Blade where both of them are on screen at one time.
Yeah, exactly. Where
I think that's a good
it's going to cause
workaround.
that kind of situation.
Yeah.
That character is no longer moving forward. So
We'll just wink at each other.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, if you go back and watch it, you'll probably be like, and you don't know what's going on. You'll probably be like, wait, ain't that Blade?
Fuck Blade doing back there, man?
Right, exactly. So it's not exactly the craziest of thoughts, but yeah, those are the questions. I would imagine so. That now, because those Netflix shows are canon, I'd imagine if those characters are ever used again, it's going to be the same actor. Hopefully it's not the same dude from Iron Fist, because that show just completely sucked. He sucked.
Just leave that all.
We could recast that one. That's the one that could be recasted. Everybody else, I thought they played their roles well. But now it's canon. I don't know if if all of these shows will come back.
Right.
I don't know if that means that exactly, but we just know that these characters already exist in the current MCU.
I read that in the original scripts that before the Daredevil rewrite, that Foggy and Karen were going to die off screen in the very first episode.
Yeah, no, see? That's...
Fuck,
people would have been livid, bro.
I would have been pissed. Like, I get not casting it in there, but to kill them off screen in the first unnecessary.
Yeah.
I get why they brought in the rewrites and the reshoots and all that shit, dude. That would have been
They were
wild.
saying that he wouldn't have even worn the Daredevil suit until like 4 episodes in.
Yeah.
And that was the model that had been going on with a lot of those these shows.
Moon Knight.
Yeah, with all of them, really. Other than like She-Hulk, where that happened like right away, because why the fuck would you call it She-Hulk?
Right, if you don't see
She doesn't
She-Hulk
Hulk out
for all
at
those
all.
episodes, yeah.
Yeah, but then again, like Moon Knight, right? You don't really get to see it. You see all this background shit. He pops up, every now and again.
Mm-hmm.
But that was and that's been the problem with these shows is having 6 fucking episodes. You can't tell the full fucking story in 6 episodes, especially when you don't have them, a complete fucking character until the very last episode, and that shit just sucks.
Yeah,
that doesn't work out for anybody.
Thank God for the rewrites.
Right. You've been catching have you been catching Echo?
I caught 2 episodes of Echo so far.
Yeah, I think I'm like 3 episodes in because I've been going ham on Sopranos. I want to finish it, but
yeah, we've been watching a bunch of Reacher, trying to get to season 2. Just finished season 1 last night, so now we got.
What are you thinking about Echo?
I think it's dope. I like it. I like the first 2 episodes.
I like it too.
Have been tight. Action's been tight.
My first initial reaction.
Fisk story.
Yeah, my first initial reaction to this show prior to watching any episodes is why the fuck do we need this show? But
Yeah.
it's been a good surprise for me.
Yeah. First episode there. Spoiler alert. We had a little Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
We had some Ronin. It's good to see
little Ronin callback.
Jeremy Renner. I guess this is those flashbacks I read that were like happening during the blip. So it was during that period when we saw a lot of the like her training and fighting Daredevil that first time in the warehouse. But I'm pumped. I can't wait to watch the rest. I know Johnny fucking blew through it, dude.
Yeah, he saw the whole shit.
Yeah.
One right after another. But they're at home just chilling with the baby, so
right.
I feel it.
It's not all bad.
No. Yeah, it's good. I've been enjoying it. It's nice surprise. It's surprising enough. It's been receiving. I've been seeing mixed reviews, like in comment sections and shit. But even when they come out and they've been trying to say like it has like one of the worst, Rotten Tomato scores. Mm-hmm. The comment sections are saying it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
More people are in favor of it than they are against it.
Yeah. Bigger audience score for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's well done.
I thought it was good.
It's good to see Kingpin. I love D'Onofrio. He does such a good job with Kingpin, dude. I love anytime he's on screen, you're just like, damn, he's fucking good.
Yes and no.
What, you don't think D'Onofrio does a good job?
I like to think that he does. And I'm not I mean, D'Onofrio does a great job. D'Onofrio is an amazing actor. I guess I just don't know enough about the Kingpin character. I think like instead of he doesn't play him as like a ruthless, even though he can be ruthless, he doesn't play him as a like, what's the word that I'm looking for?
Sort of a loose
badass, like a loose cannon badass type. I understand he has to be more methodical. I just think like when you think my boss, right? You think strong, like and when he says something, he's very commanding. And although he can be commanding, I think it's when he's having the general conversation. Sometimes I'm just like fuck, like just kick it up a notch, because he's just so down. And
if you wanna get him pissed off,
really miss my lady.
Embarrass him in front of Vanessa.
Yeah, Vanessa. There we go.
Yeah, you don't get him heated.
He gives off this. He gives off this. The performance that he gives for Kingpin sometimes can be more of I don't know, just like a softer type.
Not as
when he's
hard.
talking about Vanessa.
Yeah, not a Kingpin.
Yeah, and he just feels like yeah. Yeah, you really want that hard.
The one that agreed mad quick. You're like, yeah, hard Kingpin. Let me get that.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like he I don't know.
He's underplaying it.
Yeah, he I guess he has like a sad dog, like sad puppy face a lot. As he's giving this dialogue, and it's always real soft and I felt for you.
It's a nuanced performance. Do you think Michael Clark Duncan was a better Kingpin?
I can't remember. Honestly,
I just remember him being yelling a lot.
Yeah, and that's what I think about like with a mob boss. Like I'm thinking he's just like angry. Yeah. He's more demanding. He's more of a to where D'Onofrio's like brings a softer side of it. Even though he's ruthless, you can always see the ruthless side.
Highs and lows.
He tries to hide it in like this puppy dog, woe is me type of performance.
It's kind of like a Tony Soprano. Kind of plays it like Tony plays.
See, I don't even get that vibe from Gandolfini though. I don't get that vibe.
He's kind of a sad puppy dog sometimes. He
can be.
He has his moments. Softy.
He has, I mean, Gandolfini did a very good way. Like he did he had his good take on the fact that he is just conflicted with the fact that he can be a good person, but he knows that that would be the end of him if he actually gave into that.
Right.
You know, and
I think
that
could
struggle
could apply to Kingpin.
He what?
I said that could apply to Kingpin as well.
It can. It's just I don't know. D'Onofrio comes off as a softer type to me. Like
he does.
He's not hiding it well.
And I just think that's D'Onofrio. I think he's if you ever hear him, he's a very soft-spoken, gentle guy. If you hear him talk at interviews or even follow him on like Twitter and shit, he loves like poetry and art and all kinds of
He's just
very
a fucking massive dude.
Yeah.
Just very tall.
Just a very
brooding guy.
big dude. Yeah. You wouldn't expect it, but he's very gentle.
Yeah. Like there's I would assume, I mean, if he wasn't shot in the eye in this series, I mean, he was shot in the eye prior to this series. And it's not a spoiler alert that the fact that he's fucking coming back because they've said it. Like he's in the fucking trailer. Yeah. But you know, if he wasn't shot in the eye, there'd be an episode where he's just like tending to hurt dogs and shit.
For sure.
While giving a mob order. All right, so Jonathan Majors continues to lose roles, man. He was fired from a movie called 48 Hours in Vegas, which was depicting where he was going to depict the role of Dennis Rodman. Why would they? What were you going to say?
Is that why he was wearing, when I sent you guys that picture of he had that hoodie tucked in and that wild outfit? Was that a Dennis Rodman outfit or was that just Jonathan Majors?
I don't think it was because he was fired from this. He wasn't actually like filming it or anything. Maybe he was trying to get into character, but it definitely gave me Dennis Rodman vibes.
For sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
It was very
90s peak Rodman.
Early 90s. Like he had the fucking.
He had the pumps on, dog.
He had the pumps. He had the fucking. What are those pants? What kind of pants are those?
I have no idea. Those are hideous pants.
Those aren't parachute pants, right?
I don't think so.
No, it's the same fucking pants that Bills fans wear that are fucking gross.
The Zubas? The Zuba pants.
The Zuba pants, except with a different fucking pattern. It's the same shit.
Ugh.
And then he had a fucking hoodie tucked into it for some reason.
He had a hoodie tucked in. That was the wildest part to me. That was why I sent it in the first place, because I had never seen nobody tuck in a hoodie before. And that shit had me shook. Mm-hmm. Bruh. I think I'm going to try and pull that off. I'm going to try and next time.
You can see the pocket. You can see the pockets just peeking through.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty bad. A lot of people were talking mega shit about that.
Good.
Let's see.
That's
see if it comes up.
Who doesn't give a fuck.
Let's see. 90s hoodie. I didn't save it.
No.
Yeah, and everybody was talking shit about his tucked hoodie.
Deservedly so.
But it definitely. Oh, yep. See, that's all I needed was to.
Would you just put it in tucked hoodie?
Yeah, exactly.
And it popped up.
That's exactly what popped up.
Even Google was like, "Yep, here you go."
Oh yeah, that bullshit. There we go.
My man.
It looked like he was even trying to pose there, but he looked like he was coming up for some like 90s type of role. And he gives me the Dennis Rodman. I don't know why he was. I don't know why he was fired from that role. I mean, I guess I understand, but
right. They're like, nah, you're too controversial to play Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, how are you too controversial to play Dennis Rodman, where his whole fucking career he's just
controversial as fuck.
Words.
Well, yeah, that's wild. I don't know. It's probably something else. Could be.
No, I mean, I'm sure it had to do with that. Oh damn, the fucking. Hold on, I gotta bring it back up. The cuffed, fucking pant legs are wild.
Maybe Homeboy was coming to set like that, and they're like, nah. We're good. You're fired.
Yeah. Nah, I don't think so. And some of these roles, I think even though I think a lot of these companies, they feel like they have to choose a side, right? They have to bail on them. I feel like they that's what they're thinking that they want to do, or that's the right thing to do, I should say.
Yeah.
When in reality, you know, down the road, like they'll let that shit breathe, and then that movie drops and Jonathan Majors is back in play.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's also possibly what Marvel might be doing, because they did that with James Gunn, right?
Yeah,
they
that's true.
officially fired him, and then once the shit blew over, guess who's back in the
brought him
director's
back
chair
on.
for Guardians 2?
Yep.
You know, so could happen.
Could. You never know.
Do you think his career is over, or do you think that it's
Nah,
just once-
I don't. I think he's too good. If he were just a mediocre actor and this happened, it might be donezo. But I think he's too talented, and with some time and rehabilitation, I think he could still. I think he could still have a decent. And he's still a young dude. He could still have those Denzel roles in the future, or even sooner if he gets his shit together.
Sure. What do you think about the accusations that, or the comparisons even, to the Ezra Miller thing? A lot of people are saying that Ezra Miller got a lot more grace than he did in the situation, and Ezra Miller was convicted on these things, whereas he had a conviction, but the things that they are, you know, they're highlighting the fact that he was convicted, right? But it was the major things that he was accused of, he was found not guilty, and he was convicted of a lesser crime than what was initially, you know, accusing him of doing.
Yeah.
So people are saying, like, of course you got to turn it into the race card, right?
Right.
The white actor gets, you know, they have all this shit happen. It gets swept under the rug. You know, they give him all kind of grace. The black actor, you know, gets acquitted of these things, but gets, you know, found guilty on a lesser charge. However, still gets fired from every fucking movie role. And, you know, and everyone's distancing themselves.
I think a lot of that, and this is just my opinion, I feel like a lot of that, like just like the Ezra stuff, looked worse because they released the movie afterward.
Mm-hmm.
But because it was already filmed and, you know, they had a lot of time and money into that.
Sure.
But, you know, like after that was released, you know, Ezra hasn't done anything. Like I don't think he has any upcoming roles or anything like that. Like his career is at least stalled for now. Had they not had, you know, The Flash done and pretty much edited, ready to go, they probably would have told him to fuck off after all that wild shit that he was doing. Like, I don't see him coming back to DC. Like, I feel like they both got the deserved shaft.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see anything coming up with Ezra. I agree with that. I think you're right. I think people were more vocally standing up for Ezra as a result of wanting this movie to do well. Even though I think it did impact it. It just didn't
significantly.
impact it the way. Yeah, now it's all done and over with, but with Jonathan Majors just getting tossed from everything, I don't know. I feel like in certain ways it is just, in certain way it's not. I think. Did you watch that interview that he gave?
No, I saw the picture of the Jinkos and I was out.
I did watch that interview, and it seemed it did seem like it's tough to watch these actors,
right? Because they're like, at the end of the day, they're
go
actors,
on there.
right?
At the end of the day, they're actors, and he's a phenomenal actor,
right?
But even then, I'm watching it, and I'm like, I don't know. There's just something about this that I'm just not buying. That
okay. So it wasn't as sincere. That's what I was curious. Did it come
didn't
off as
seem,
sincere?
It didn't seem like it was 100% sincere. Like he thought like he was at fault.
Yeah.
You know, he gave certain responses, that were just, that they were calculated responses.
Mm-hmm.
He
probably knew all the questions in advance.
Well, it was like certain things. I forgot what it was. But it kind of stuck out when he said it. I was like, oh, like that was cringy almost. But It was like, yeah. I forgot what the question was. And I think she asked him something like, do you think that you were too reckless, like you were being too reckless with her, in this situation? And he would just pause. And you know how he has to have that soft voice, he's with her heart, like I was reckless with her heart.
That's corny as fuck, son.
He said that. Yeah, he definitely said that.
With her heart.
So, and it was like certain shit like that. I was just like what the fuck? And then of course they had to mention Megan Good.
Yeah.
And the fact that she was, by his side, and the fact that she was there as he was giving this interview. She has been my rock through this whole thing. I thank God for her every day. She is the Coretta I was looking for.
Did he say that?
No, he didn't say that.
This is the Michelle Obama I need.
She's because he's being clowned left and right for
sure.
those comments.
For sure.
Even Martin Luther King Jr.'s son, I think it was the third, came out and was like made a comment in regards to him saying that
damn.
My mother was not a pawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
damn.
But when they panned to her and she had that serious face of I'm here and like I'm really deep into listening to what's going on, I knew that shit was kind of fucked.
With her heart.
So yeah. Do you think you were reckless? With her heart?
With her heart. That Victor Timely ass stutter.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, it was that part was kind of cringy when I heard that, but
I'm glad I didn't watch it.
No, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch that shit. This shit it's just funny. You can point certain shit out that call him on his bullshit for certain things, but with everything going on though, obviously he has to lay low. So, but I would not be surprised if down the road he just has a couple of these roles come back to him. Dennis Rodman being one. I mean, he was the perfect person for that. I don't know who else would play that.
Yeah,
that role.
No, I mean just the only thing was like Dennis Rodman was so skinny. He was such a tall, skinny, lanky dude. I mean, he is. He's not dead or anything. I don't know why I said was. But especially like in the 90s.
Yeah, but it's going to depict him in the 90s, yeah.
His nickname was the Worm. Like, they called him the Worm, dude. And you look at Jonathan Majors and you don't think the Worm. That dude is fucking solid. So, I don't know body-wise. But still, I'm sure you could still pull it off. It's, you got to pause your belief.
So, I guess let me see some little bit more news in Hollywood. Fantastic Four has been delayed due to Pedro Pascal's schedule. So it was reportedly supposed to start filming in the spring, and it moved to Q3, mainly because he will be starting the production of The Last of Us, and that delayed it. Just a little bit. Luckily for everyone, Marvel is not really sticking to its timelines anymore. It wants to produce good quality, good quality. It wants to produce good quality films and shows and whatnot. So now, like these timelines, we see them getting pushed out all the time now, where they just want to make sure that they get these next ones right because everyone's already counting Marvel out. Mainly because they're owned by Disney, and everyone's pretty much anything that's owned by Disney, people are like really loving to hate nowadays.
Yeah, very under a lot of scrutiny.
A lot of scrutiny when it comes to their stances and whatnot. So everything else is falling right into that. And yeah, so I for one, like when it comes to like Echo, that in my opinion, that was one of the last things that were already produced prior to them making these decisions. So whether you love it or hate it, it's a step in the good direction, because I'm sure that they added a little bit more of the mature stuff to it in order to make it a little tougher to give us a look at what is gonna come from all of that.
It doesn't have the normal MCU like beginning band, where it's like flipping through like the different scenes, like the comic book pages, that normal like MCU intro. It was called something else. I forget what it was.
Yeah. Good thing. Thank you for bringing that up, because it was called Marvel Spotlight.
Spotlight, yes.
Although at first I didn't really think about it, I just thought like, that's new, that's different. So apparently a Marvel Spotlight, when I looked into it, it meant that this is a show where you don't have to watch anything in order to catch up to it.
Okay.
It's a standalone, like you could watch this as is and be good. You don't have to go back and watch other shows, movies, whatnot.
I like that.
So that's
grabbing
that's
those
what Marvel
casual
Spotlight
fans.
is.
You could just have them peep it, and maybe go through a back catalog, or
Sure.
start watching the movies.
Sure. I mean, you can in this one. I don't know if it. I mean, I don't. They did a very good job of filling people in on the show itself. You don't necessarily have to go back and watch Hawkeye.
Right.
So I get that. But if you really do want the full thing, like go back, watch Hawkeye. That's where she was actually brought in and whatnot. But I guess,
they give you a high level overview at the beginning of Echo just to get you caught up, and boom, you're off and running.
And it's sprinkled throughout the episode too, where they circle back to certain things that have already happened in a previous story.
Right.
So I thought it was good.
Hell yeah.
But apparently that's what the Spotlight means.
Okay.
You can watch this with no
it's good to
prior
know.
No prior homework needed.
But
yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm starting to get more excited for Pedro Pascal in Fantastic Four as Reed Richards. It's sinking in a little bit more.
Coming to terms with it. You're at the acceptance level of your anger.
I wasn't angry. I don't hate Pedro Pascal as an actor.
No,
I like him. I like him a lot. One, I think he's just being overutilized.
Sure.
Throughout Hollywood. Two, I just felt like his look overall didn't fit the character. There were a few people there that were in the talks of it that fit it a little bit more. My least favorite probably being the one that was the closest to probably coming to actual,
Matt Smith
being real. No. I was thinking, what the fuck is his, Adam Driver.
Ah, yes.
So
I thought that's where we were going to.
Not a huge Adam Driver fan.
Yeah, me either.
I think he could possibly do well as Dr. Doom.
Sure.
But I'm falling in love with the thought of Cillian Murphy doing that, because that would be a much better actor to bring people in. Cillian fucking rocks, bro.
Yeah, agreed.
And I don't have it in the notes here, but Peaky Blinders, right? The movie started or it's set to begin filming.
This is the summer, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yep. That's dope, dude. I didn't even expect anything like that. I just assumed after Peaky Blinders it was done. Like, they always talk about a movie when a show ends, but that's dope that they're gonna.
I recall bringing up to the show that they always felt like it was going to end in a movie.
Okay. Yeah.
So once Peaky Blinders ended, and then especially now, like we saw the ending, and I had read prior to the ending that was always their thought. The way that it ended, 100% set up a movie.
Absolutely.
Or some sort of culmination, like, you know, something has to really wrap this up. If they didn't get to it, it was wrapped up enough.
Yeah.
But the Peaky Blinders movie was almost guaranteed at that point.
I love it.
So, but I love the confirmation of, hey, this is filming this summer. We are getting this, and that is fucking awesome.
Post Oppenheimer for Killian.
Post op, yep.
Perfect. I'm fucking
yeah.
stoked. So we'll get it in 2025, 2026, something like that. I'm
thinking, yeah, if it's filming this summer, yeah, 2025.
I'm hoping.
Yep.
Netflix,
yeah, I don't think there's a
roll it out on Netflix, or are they going to drop it in theaters?
So. I would say so.
All right.
Netflix, because that's where Peaky Blinders currently lives, right?
It is. I think it was I don't know, probably like a BBC show. Was it like a British show first, and then they brought it to Netflix? Like, I don't think it was a Netflix original, was it?
No, it wasn't a Netflix original. No, I think Netflix just got the rights to it, so then it blew up here.
Okay. Most big things are British Broadcasting Channel.
Yeah, let's see. That would be dope if they film it and do it for like as we thought. Filming plans, 2025 release date.
Okay.
Upcoming movie and spinoff. So there's a spinoff.
All right.
Coming as well. I'm reading something under Games Radar. It said Knight, the original creator, said, "I'm just working on the final bits of it at the moment." He went on to say that he's looking to film the flick in his native Birmingham. Set in the early 1900s. Of course, we know that because we've actually seen the fucking show. Let's see. I always thought of Peaky Blinders as very cinematic, so we're finally finding a screen big enough for what we want to do. And yes, okay. No, it's just saying all 6 seasons are streaming on Netflix, Sky, and BBC. I think Peaky Blinders is big enough. I don't think it will be a Netflix original movie.
Okay.
I think it's big enough that they can release it in theaters, and people will make it to the theater to watch it.
Yeah, I'd probably go see it.
I'd be down to watch it. I'd be down to go watch it. I'm gonna tell my girl because she fell off.
Shit. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
she loved the show. She's the one who put me onto it. Because she really enjoyed it, but she never finished it herself. And then, as a matter of fact, when I got COVID back in 2020, remember I told her I gave it a shot initially, and I couldn't get past the first few episodes.
Yeah,
for whatever reason, and it wasn't until I was stuck in bed for 2 weeks during COVID. It was New Year and all that shit that I was watching a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And I caught my ass up on some Peaky Blinders, and then I was all in. Then she was all upset that I was
caught up.
Finished it, and I was all caught up, and she's like behind. She hasn't seen it in a while, so I'm gonna let her know that she needs to get her shit together because we're gonna go.
You're gonna go make it a date night.
We're gonna go, yeah. We're gonna go to the theater. We're gonna watch that bitch. If she don't want to go, that's cool. I'm going by myself.
Taking little man.
And I'm taking me, myself, and I.
Word.
Now my son is he keeps asking me. He's been asking me since I took him to see Sonic 2. Mm-hmm. He's been asking me when is Sonic 3 coming out. It's like, buddy, we just left the theater from part 2. They gotta make that bitch.
It's gonna be a while, but
yeah, it's gonna be a while. Now he knows that it is dropping this Christmas.
Okay.
2024.
A little bit of a wait, but
be
here quick.
Yeah, So that's what he's looking forward to.
All right. Sonic 3.
Yeah, Peaky Blinders though. That's gonna be fun.
I'm waiting for it.
Are you?
Fuck yeah.
Are you really? Sounded like you weren't
waiting by the clock.
Oh man. Let's see. I don't think I really have anything else, man. You said what were you watching? What were you fucking with recently?
We were catching up on Reacher. And then
How's that
Echo. Been watching Echo, obviously. So that was pretty much my fucking with, but we did a decent amount of talking about Echo, so you guys kind of know I'm fucking with that.
Sure. I'm all caught up on Reacher. We just watched the latest episode. We talked about it a little bit before recording, but I'm fucking with the new season of True Detective as well.
That's right.
Yep. First episode dropped this past Sunday. So
Jodie Foster.
With Jodie Foster, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good so far. And I'm down for it. I can't wait to see where it goes. It seems like it's taking a little bit of a supernatural twist to it. And I don't quite know where it's going at this point. And like I said a couple weeks ago, my girl randomly just came across True Detective itself. So she's banged through all of the seasons.
Damn.
So she's in mid-season 3 right now with Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, that was the last
and still
one I
jumped
watched,
in
I
since it's an anthology.
Yeah, it don't matter.
It didn't matter. We started watching this new one, and the new one is set in Alaska. So, very first episode is like it's when the darkness first hits. You know, so they're going into their 30 days of night or whatever.
That'd be brutal.
No, I was talking to her about that. I'm like, I would enjoy the 30 days of just daylight. I could fuck with that. It'd take a little bit of adjusting, but I think I can adjust. But 30 days of just nighttime, bro.
Darkness.
I don't like the nighttime now.
Yeah.
You know?
Like it
I'll
gets dark
survive,
so early,
but there's
you're
just
like, fuck.
no daytime, like no daylight at all for 30 days. Fuck.
And it's probably snowy as a bitch.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's Alaska.
That's what I'm saying. Just fuck all that.
Yeah, straight up snow.
Nah, can't do it. Even the daylight. I don't think I would want daylight either. I need my day and I need my night when it's supposed to be day and it's supposed to be night.
I always thought it was such a dope ass concept. That movie, 30 Days of Night.
Yeah.
Remember that shit with Josh Hartnett?
Yeah.
I always thought that was a dope ass fucking concept.
Yeah.
You know,
I haven't seen that.
Because why wouldn't vampires head over to a place where
it's dark?
It's
all
just
the
darkness.
Time. Yeah.
For 30 days straight, just straight up darkness.
They could just chill, not have to worry about shit.
Nope. They're good.
I'm surprised they never did that in What We Do in the Shadows. That seems like something funny that they would try to do.
Right? That's where they go to for vacation.
Right. They go to Alaska at that 30 days of darkness.
Yeah.
That'd be funny as a bitch, bro.
Yeah.
Next season, maybe I'm gonna pitch it to Taika and those guys.
I mean, there is no next season. The next season is the last season.
Fuck, you think they already are done filming it?
I don't know.
Well, then there's time for rewrites, Daredevil style.
Who knows? But the next season is the last one, so if they don't do it,
it ain't getting done.
It ain't getting done. Let me see. Oh shit!
What happened?
This is pretty dope. I don't know if we get any information, but so it looks like just to throw this in there, Jordan Peele's studio casts Marlon Wayans in their lead role for a horror movie called Goat.
Weird.
Like in all caps, GOAT.
GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what it's Marlon Wayans.
I fuck with Marlon Wayans, man. He's a good actor.
I agree. Marlon, yeah.
I think a lot of people
all the Wayans, I think he's my favorite.
For sure. Because I think he has the most range. I do like Damon.
I was going to say, yeah, he's a close second. Not a big
Damon
Sean
Wayans
guy.
is a close. Yeah, no, Sean. Nobody's a Sean guy. Who the
Nobody's
fuck
a
is
Sean. Poor Sean.
Yeah, I mean, I fucked with Sean on the show, but
Yeah, of course.
when the fuck do you see Sean other than next to
Scary
Marlon
movie?
Wayans?
Yeah, I don't
Scary
really.
movie, white chicks. That's it. He's never the leading guy. I've never seen him in a movie without one of his brothers. They
That's
throw him in there
facts.
just because he's a brother,
Damn.
and he's not like a brother. He's
Oh,
their
just because
brother.
he's
So
it's got to be
there's an
because he's
obligation.
black. That's the only reason he's
No,
getting these
it's
roles.
not. It's because he's a brother. He's one of their brothers.
He's their biological brother.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if we can get a synopsis on what this
Goat.
Yeah, GOAT is
Could be so many
Monkey
things.
Paw is the name of the studio. The film script is co-written by Zach Akers and Skip Bronke, who will be produced by Jordan Peele.
So Jordan Peele's not even writing it; he's just directing and producing.
Mm-mm. Let me see, and it's going to be GOAT will be the sophomore feature from Justin Tipping, whose previous directorial work includes 2016's film Kicks, and is also known for his work directing television, including for Dear White People and The Shy.
Wait, so Peele's not even directing this? He's just his studio's producing it?
Yeah.
I don't know about all that.
So now you're not feeling as excited about it?
I am definitely not as excited about it, no.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he'll be overseeing stuff and he'll be, maybe sitting on some meetings, but at the end of the day, like Get Out and Nope and all those, like those were written and directed by him, no?
Yeah, I believe so.
That's
I'll
what
look
we
at
want.
those
That's
in
what I
just a
thought we were
second.
getting.
I'll look at those in just a second. This is interesting. So it's called GOAT. It is a horror movie, but the synopsis for it says it follows a promising athlete who is invited to train with the star of the team who is about to retire.
So that star is up. It's like just some wild shit. Shit gets cray.
Right. Yeah. I'm down for it. I'm not as excited because Jordan Peele isn't as attached as
I
we'd
thought
like to be, but
yeah,
still down for it.
it's basically a Tarantino presents garbage.
Yeah, I feel you. I wouldn't go as far as to call it garbage. We don't know. Let's watch the first trailer and then be like, all right, no, I'm good.
Surprise me. I'm open to it.
Yeah,
I can
I'm
change
open
my
to being
mind.
surprised too. Facts. I think that's all I got, man. I'm still fucking with Sopranos. I'm trying to get through the last. I'm hoping to get through it within the next week or two to really wrap up the 20 episode season, final season. And then even though I'm honestly haven't heard the greatest of things, I'll probably still watch the Sons of Newark just to get the full.
The Many Saints of
there we go. Many Saints of Newark.
Who was the last person in The Sopranos that you remember dying?
Last person that I remember dying. I forgot his fucking name. It was one of the New York bosses. They just murked him in his car.
Nice. Okay.
Horse face guy. That's how they described him.
Yep.
Fucking, I never understand.
I can't think of his name either.
That is like hitman move number one. You're reversing. They block you. Guy comes out. They're, it's like, hey, what's going on? Blah, blah. They're like, move your fucking car. And it's, oh, yes, I know speak of the English. Where am I going? Move your fucking car. And then somebody comes from behind while they're looking at him and like fucking, your security guard sucked.
Yeah.
And he deserved to die. Yeah. It's like, really? You don't find this isn't raising any flags for you, bro?
Move your fucking car, huh?
Move your fucking car. Yeah, fuck out of here.
Word.
But anyway, that was the last thing. Last part of the episode, because I'm still mid-episode. I've been catching up little bits wherever I can, get as much as I can. And last thing I just saw, Tony and Christopher are coming back from Pennsylvania, and they randomly just decide they spot some bikers and shit off, loading a car full of wine, and they just decide spur of the moment, let's take all of this shit, let's rob them. Yep. And they were just they just enjoyed dinner, and now they're having a heart to heart.
Yep.
About how they how they appreciate each other, and how all of the shit, like all of the shit that's wrapping up, like these the solidifying the story arcs and the fucking relationships a little bit. And
oh, you just wait.
Oh, I know. I'm who knows?
These last chunk of episodes, bro, fuck you up for life, dog.
That's what I keep hearing. I don't know if Chris ends up dying. I don't know who dies or what.
You keep texting me when you finish these episodes, and
sure. We'll do I already know, because Danny had told me a little while ago, like, yo, I'm watching, and we were at the same spot, and then like the very next week or two, he was just like, I finished it. Fucking love that show. I was like, God damn it.
Like, my
shit.
Man. He don't play. So, he knows what he likes.
Nah, yeah, I know. He also spends time, at a studio drawing and shit like that. So that's a lot of quality
TV time too.
Yeah. When you get to do shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. If only I could do that shit at work, bro. Where I could just watch some TV while I'm doing other shit. That'd be great.
You used to.
I used to. When I worked from home. When I worked from home way back when, that's what I used to do. A lot of multitasking. I don't have that nowadays, but I'm working on creating that atmosphere for myself again.
Word.
All right. Is there anything else that you want to add to this stellar conversation?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. Well, you know what that means when he doesn't want to throw anything else in. Guys, thank you so much for joining this episode. We hope you enjoyed it. You fuck with us, so that means we fuck with you. Remember to rate, review, subscribe to the podcast wherever it is that you listen or watch. If you enjoyed it, tell us what you enjoyed. If you didn't, tell us what you didn't enjoy, and we'll try to work on it, but no guarantees, okay? Nah, fuck it. Remember to go to insensitivemerch.com to cop your gear, right? Stay drippy with Drippy. Make sure that you are fresh to death out in these streets while you're repping the pod. And then when someone says, yo, that shirt is tight, where'd you get it? Tell them all about the podcast and where they should go to cop their own. All right. Other than that, we'll catch you next week. We appreciate and love you guys. Peace.
Peace.